Hey, it's Julia here at Artful Element Studio. Today we're going to be making a fusion film and resin tray. I love this tray mold. I think it's a real popular one. We're going to be working with some UV resin and some two-part tumblers epoxy, fusion film, some pebbles, the mold, some colorants. I'm going to use black, your mixing sticks, and some mixing cups. So pick your favorite piece of fusion film. Then we're going to cast a little bit of resin so that we can have a template. This is something you're going to keep. So it'll lay around the film. Now, if you're getting a project and you're doing one and you're wanting to use fusion film, just give us a holler if it's a piece that's not big enough. I can custom make those for you, no problem. Okay? So here we go. I've just taken some of the UV resin and filled in that little parameter area. And then I'm going to start laying in these little black pebbles. I want this to have a oil slick asphalt look, you know. I really think this will be a fun tray for that. And always remember that when you're choosing things, first of all, note that want to save resin, use filler. There we go. Said. Second thing is to make sure that if you have a shadow, if there's a shadow and you're using UV resin, it's probably not going to cure, because it's not shadow curing. So try to give space, or try to use molds that are semi-translucent or translucent, and cure in layers. And you won't have any problems. Okay, you might have some problems, but it's okay. We all do. No big deal. You'll figure it out. So now I've just gone through and kind of done another layer and cured that. And now we're doing the colored layer. I want to use black because I want that edge to be really deep, and like when it rains and it fills a puddle in the asphalt and there's like oil there, and then it has that like shadowed area. That's what we're going for. So I've just mixed up some black. Now this black is a pigment that I use for my UV resin printer. You can use alcohol ink if you want. Doesn't matter. I do like something that does have a little bit of opaqueness to it. But this is designed for UV resin, and so it cures when it's dark. And I'm going to go with a little bit darker. So now I've put on this, smoky a little bit. And now I want to go back with some darker of the resin. And then we're going to fill the center section with clear. And that will migrate, and they will, marble together, resembling that, puddle with the oil slick. So, at least that's in theory. So, we'll see, right? At the end. Well, actually, you saw at the beginning, but we'll see it at the end. So, anyway, I'm just going to pour that on there, and then I'm going to take my little spatula and the heat tool. So I'm going to use my heat gun to get that all kind of worked around. Resin's warm, it flows. That's it. Okay? Here we go. Getting it worked in there. Just now I'm going to start blending it together so it has that marbly effect. Oh, this is going to be cool. I'm excited. I love black, and I love oil slicks. I think they're amazing to see, and I always look for them. I know, I'm strange. We've talked about that before. So now I'm just going to hit with the light. You could use two-part epoxy, no problem with this. When I get done with the UV during this lower level, to save on it, I'm also going to use Tumblr's epoxy, which is a two-part, but it cures, really fast, sets up real fast, and is going to be good to fill up this mold the rest of the way. So now I've just added a little bit more UV resin, and that's just so that we can really adhere the film. And I'll just start kind of pressing it down, getting it in there so that I can eliminate any air bubbles. And I don't care if it's wrinkly, because, oil slicks aren't perfect. And, be very careful doing this. I always put my light underneath my molds. you want to be real careful. It's not like a black light, right? This is a UV light and can hurt and damage your eyes. So just be careful. But I'm doing that to help cure that UV resin a little bit more. And now I've mixed up the 2-part Tumbler's epoxy from the epoxy resin store. Love this stuff. I use it with Jazzy Glass all the time to make those geodes and everything. But anyway, now I'm just going to choose this really pretty glitter. And I thought this will be a great finish for the back. So, yeah, I like doing that. People pick up your pieces and they're like, oh. And they're like, oh, it's got a finished back. And you're like, yeah, it does. Anyway, so we're going to pour that on. And then here I'm using an acetate sheet to smooth out the back. You're welcome. It works. Trust me. I do it all the time. It works. And I also use acrylic on stuff. So anyway, but now I'm just taking the light, going back, curing the face, just to make sure we get all that UV resin cured. And now it's time to demold. And look at that. Yes. Success. Love it. I could see a skull. I could see some chain. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Anyway, hope you do too. If not, pick your own fusion film. And you too can have a tray that looks like this. But anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Please visit our Etsy shop. It's Artful Elements, Etsy. And yeah, there we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for putting up with me again. All right. Happy creating. And bye for now.